Welcome back to Play the Game. Today I'm going to be talking about what I would like to see in a future DLC for zombies. And funny story is, yesterday Ben asked me to make this video, and today we've had the leaked poster that has the Die Riese on it. Which is quite funny, because what I would have actually said is I would have liked to see a... Okay, back when the viral days, a couple years ago, there was a very cool idea that we would basically revisit the Riese, because we assumed with the first Black Ops that they'd probably leave the original characters behind and bring in some new characters. Obviously that didn't happen because they went the whole time travel route, but the cool idea was maybe in the future game we'll come back to the Riese and they had been stuck there for like 30 years. Just fighting off endless waves of zombies for the rest of their lives. They've just been stuck there, just fighting off waves after waves of zombies. And it would have been cool to revisit the Riese because it's a very big facility. However, we only see a very small amount of it. We only get to see the ground floor of most of the buildings. There's a lot of really big buildings around the map that you don't get to go up into. Yeah, and what would be really cool is if you could revisit it and you're in the new parts of the map and you can look down at the old parts and they'd be completely destroyed, where obviously they spent years and years and years fighting off zombies there. Just piles of bones and everything's been blown apart with explosives and bullet holes everywhere. That would be really, really awesome. I mean, they've done a really good job with Nuketown, so I'm sure they could do a really good job with the Riese as well. I just imagine it now, like the main frame maybe like the only bit you could go back to, because that's where the Pack-a-Punch is. And you know how the zombies used to jump up the side? But now there's just like so many bodies and bones there. Rather than jumping up, there's just like ramps up the side. And imagine like the catwalks and that have all collapsed and the bridge is destroyed. And it's the Riese, but it's just like completely different. And like all the bits that we know and have played in before is just destroyed. And we're given this entirely new area of the facility that, you know, surely in a weapons factory there's a lot more to see than just what's on that one level. So it's kind of funny how I was literally going to make this yesterday, and today the poster was leaked. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of map that is. And I'm also hoping there's a bit more to that DLC as well. I know on the poster it just has the 4 multiplayer maps, the 1 zombie map and the gun. But from some of the leaked stuff that we've heard about before, we've heard the names of some of the old maps. So what would be nice is to see some of the new stuff, and also in the DLC get a few old maps as well, maybe revamped, which would be pretty cool, along with some new game modes. Not just that, I have lots of other good ideas as well, but that one particular idea has always stuck with me, and I've always wanted to see a revamped, well, not revamped, but like a completely destroyed the Riese, but we're just in different parts of the Riese. And you can look down and just see the utter destruction from where the heroes have been stuck there for like 30 years, just fighting off an endless horde of zombies. And they're all like old men. It'll be interesting to see how the characters like react to each other. You know, if that was... Obviously that wouldn't happen now because of the way the story's gone, but that was always just something really interesting to see how the characters would interact with each other after being stuck there fighting off hordes of zombies for like 30 years. I've also had a few other good ideas in the past which don't really relate to story, but I think would be a really good place for a zombie map. There's one particular place that I've been to before, and that's in Dover in the UK. You have Dover Castle, which is a big old castle, but underneath that there's loads of World War II tunnels where underground command centre was set up, and like a hospital, and acted as an air raid shelter. And what it is a castle like right near the cliffs, and then underneath that there's all these like really creepy underground tunnels. Underneath the castle would be really awesome to maybe have a map in Britain, and I don't know any reasons why they would go there story-wise, but it would be really awesome. Maybe even just a custom map or something in future would be really cool, because you have the castle up the top, which in itself is pretty creepy and awesome, and then you have all these creepy World War II tunnels underneath. That was another good idea I had a long time ago. But again, I don't see any ways it would ever really tie into any kind of story that we now have. And I hope this whole transit thing is not going to be a regular thing. I don't want it to be some kind of vehicle in every map and you have to follow it from little area to area. I want maybe just one map where they just put lots of effort into one area and have that one big area broken up into subzones, but you don't need to travel by a vehicle to get there. To be honest with you, I didn't really like transit, having to travel by the bus. It's annoying having to keep going back and forth to all these different places all the time to just get perks and guns. I want to be able to, I don't know, just a map where I can it still be challenging, like have lots of small spaces, but not have to rely on like the bus or anything to move around the map. Like the underground tunnels would be in Dover would be a really good thing, because obviously they're really small spaces, but there's like multiple levels of them and they're really long tunnels. It's like a massive maze. It would be great. And you'll be getting lost and you won't know where your teammates are, and it'll be chaos. And then you have like the creepy castle up at the top. That would be really awesome as well. You know, I have all kinds of ideas. I mean, I've had ideas for a very long time. I mean, I've been playing zombies for a long time, and back in like the viral days, when you actually had to use your brain to try and figure out some of the story stuff, when it was good, you came up with lots of interesting stuff like this. So maybe in future, if you want to hear some more, I have some more. Those two, for me, are the ones that really stand out as what would be really cool maps. However, they don't tie into story in any way. And would just be, I think, cool to see. They'd be creepy and fun, and even, you know, they could make them difficult, which is something we actually want to see, to be honest. So thanks for watching. If you have any ideas of your own for what you would like to see in DLC, regardless of how the story is going, because obviously that kind of paints a picture of where we might be going next. You know, just your own ideas of what you think would be a cool map. So I'll see you next time.
One second before you go, could you please remember to like the video? It's down here somewhere, and at the same time, if you haven't already subscribed, you can click the central button at the top here, and it will take you through to a page, and at the top of that page you can click the subscribe button. So thank you very much for watching a Play the Game video, and we will see you next time. Goodbye!